is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ahaya Boadu TV, yamamu nyina kwaba, yamfambra so. Na wa your first time the best no subscribe. Ye nyina ye like video no. Na we comment hu nya pa ye nya tum na ye kwenim. Alastair asan ene ye friend say Mugabe asan di nhemu. Na Alastair de onim so ni Mugabe di nhemu say de na che say asem kase pa na aba. Alastair chese mahama o cheche wunsu na maybe so meso na edwuman metimi aye. Alastair de bi oka anya no nko a Dita Benson lawyer wono so eba dwumede ne so na nya saketwa se de bibia yeye sidi no ahoden na saba se mahama ama ya suspend 1 Ghana cedi no na eja efi Alastair Dita Benson and Mugabe master hoba.
It was not for nothing they set up the National Service Secretariat. You understand? The National Service Scheme didn't just start. Kwame Nkrumah started something in 1957, the Builders Brigade. Then you had the National Service Corps in 1969 under K. Buzia. Then Achampong came with this National Service Scheme. And it was for several reasons. For human resource deployment, your health sector, a teacher, empty classrooms without teachers. The National Service Scheme came in to put in teachers in those classrooms, so it helped. Then practical experience, where you in school, what is the world of work like? The National Service Scheme opened a window of opportunity for you to go and work and see how a Jumatier, it brought discipline to you. Then about national development, say you to me krasi, eko bwa ma abaya juma to me kosuno. It brought national development. Then the civic responsibility, say menso, but sorry, with my passion, I'm also supporting my country, sacrificing 1 year of my time to help my country far away. And then even the relationships that the national service brought to people who interacted with communities. Me, the community I did my national service, I'm still in touch with them. At Timotresu so many years ago. I don't come from there, but I'm still in touch with them because of the national service scheme. And it is painful. And then, now, kutu achampon, baby, obia yankupon fani currency ye. After all, and then 46 years down the line, we have come to see what young men who have been given opportunity with this same national service scheme that you set up to help Ghanaians. There's a history. It didn't just start. You go to Britain in 1947, after the World War, they decided that everybody had to go for 18 months military service in order to fill in the gaps. Yeah. Yes, in the working population and the demands for services in the country. So it was a good scheme that had come. If you look at what they did, even in the 80s, coming up to the 90s, what the National Service Scheme has done, Mugabe, Ne Mobo, look at what these young people have done. Utumidi nip samandin 99,000. Mugabe yasem papa. Akaka krane do 100,000. And if a Jumani money pa 50,000, not for 49,000 every year. And give human beings 50,000 jobs and use the 49,000 to go and do your stealing. But with the some 99,000 or no decoji loan, ADB. Where is the managing director of ADB who granted the loan? Where is the loan officer? All of them must be brought to book. They didn't do due diligence because ghost names 99,000 National Service Secretariat Kutu Achampong. We'll find justice one day on this earth. We're in a democratic society. Nobody's calling for anybody's head. But we are saying that we have a history of this country of calling people. You have to use Achampong's blood to cleanse corruption from national life. Should we leave an institution like the National Service Scheme for people to come and plunder it the way they have done? Look, going to prison will not be enough. For them to even come and negotiate and say that they will pay the money will not be enough. They should ban them from politics. Ban them from national politics. This kind of idea is criminal. It's nation wrecking. Makuma kwetu, mimi wo soja mua. Based on this information, Mugabe, I'm telling you, I will not sit down. People have been shot. You use somebody's blood to cleanse corruption. And then years on, the same institution is set up. You have young men. Look at the trick behind what they did at the ADB. That they were going to find home appliances for national service persons. So look at the name of the company. If it is criminally minded, starting life. so that they will help national service persons to start life, to own home appliances and other things, and then take the money from their salary. Not knowing there were no workers, they were all ghosts. They gave them the loan. Look at how. Look at how she spent. She gave out the monies, the companies that she owned. She sent about 50 million. She sent 5 million to somebody, 1.5. The state should quickly confiscate it and give it to the nearest secondary school. The headmaster there. They divide it for the teachers to stay inside. It should be. By now they should disassociate themselves from the building. One said the church is part to blame when it comes to corruption. Omu teaching konfoso we mu be bisa ni so nya sika no wo he adwuma be no ye odi loto ana na kase mu bisa no you didn't ask what the sika no what the so down we say ho it me today I'm pained me by no me sue or tax mu say me I'm not saying that we should destroy the democracy we have, but democracy must be able to put justice on our dining table. We know the country's history. A champ on charge I did board when Americano. The dollar at the time was changing from 2 cedis, 75 new Ghana cedis to the dollar at the time, if not the pound. And they said they are taking 50,000 as a loan from a bank for housing and construction, which he set up to buy houses from the state housing company and pay with his salary. Now who are you here, Champon? Why do you kill such a man when you have paid almost half of the money? What happened?
Kadawa Estates.
Charlie, you say?
Kumasi Estates.
Oh, Mugabe, we are sleeping outside as a people. We are sleeping outside. Let me tell you, in Accra. Why? We're a family of food vendors. Go to Accra. Yaga machino akwe jemefen. No me wo no. Be osubi. They'll tell you. That man, it came as a fortune for Ghana. It is still the biggest West African, the estate in West Africa, the biggest. Even Ikoyi in Nigeria will not challenge Dansuman. Ikoyi cannot even challenge Kwadasu. I'm saying Dansuman beats Kwadasu just by 4 lanes. Kwadasu estates. Yes. Bokrom estates. Patasi estates. So I'm mentioning that those places. Teshinungwa just here. I'm mentioning Teshinungwa, Labadi estates. Those La estates. Who built it? I'm asking you. You come to North Kaneshi. So as for Kuchwa Champo operation, feed yourself. Even the education sector. Nanado school no call Kimbuno no call. That Champon decided to use this as a technical institute in order to save and bring technical education to the fore for this country. He traveled once to Togo for 12 hours in 6.5 years. He had the lowest foreign travel bill as a president. Okodini weekend, Volta. There's a presidential villa on the Volta Lake. You can check it. Or Okodi Krum, Trabom, Nini Krum for Kotrasi. Onim Dami Topa, Mufise no Nifi Nyansa. He's the one of the best after Kwame Nkrumah. You check out. Look, years on, I saw JJ Rawlings in the video apologizing to the wife, Auntie Fosti. Look, it was a revolution. Mami can history ni kakaya no there are 2 Rawlings so. And Rawlings in Nekunwa Champon. Let me tell you, Rawlings had moved on 15th May and had been arrested and put under court martial. So he was brought to court on 28th May. Then on 4th June that morning, he was going to be brought to court again. Then everybody knew because the person who was sitting, it was clear Rawlings was going to face the firing squad. So what will happen? Somebody woke up, Lieutenant Ajiman Bill, a Navy lieutenant in Tema. He was 2IC in Tema. He and Boachijan were friends. I sat in your studio and said this thing. Boachijan came in and asked who was talking about the history, if you remember. Yeah. At Montie, yes. Mm-hmm. So it was Ajiman Bill. It's often not mentioned.
Join us there.
Yes. It is even sometimes Ajiman Bill's name is left out in the history. But he moved. He shot for the sounding the first gun to signal for the beginning of 4th June. And it was a spontaneous reaction. What was it? To rescue JJ Rawlings. Where was JJ? They couldn't find him. So they had to go to the Air Force commander's house, Yabwachi. When they went, Yabwachi saw Lieutenant Ajiman, saw a Tema officer who had come to Accra by that time of the morning. There was trouble. So when he went in and came, he shot him. So it was, yes, Air Vice Marshal Yabwachi who shot Lieutenant Ajiman. But Peter Tasiri Matthew Dabuga, who knew of the plan, ran ahead and continued to rescue Rawlings and ran with him to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And if you hear, the tapes are all over. He was panting. He said, the ranks have just got me out of my prison cell. In other words, they have taken over the destiny of this nation. He was panting because he had been running.
Rawlings.
Yes, JJ Rawlings. So that was a culmination of how they brought a Champon and co to come and answer for how they have brought themselves as military persons to come and govern this country from 1972 to 1979. And plenty of officers were named, but they had to find a way to cut corners in order to reduce the number. That's what I told you the other time, that Major General Joshua Amidu was in charge at the time. That's why he was able to send for a free fire. Brought a free fire from fire away. Had handed over 10 years into to me Diboni or my way. Now uncle baby. One day justice will come to you.
When your cancer acquired over.
Why will people come and destroy the nation's economy? When we call them, they say they are sick. Was Solomon not sick? I'm asking you. Solomon is my own cousin. Yes. Was he not sick? Yes. Yeah, Papa, free Asante, Mami. Yeah, Papa, we deal with NDC no more. Yeah, Papa, no more. So, Debbie. I know a finance minister. Oh, me Papa, me referee the Motown. No, the Motown guy. He was. It became Kosibo Chefri or no be the finance minister. Alastair Nelson, me referee Papa Edi. No. Debbie, Otiasi, Okumasi. Yeah, or Santimem. Yeah, big guy. You understand? Onukrano, you put the cotton, assembly, so right grain. What? I salute you, sir. I salute you, sir. Kwame Pepa, I salute you, sir, wherever you are. Papa Penny Munyam Fose, with the assembly, so Bonnie Ben or but the concern one, Mukasi referee. Look, no, sorry. And then you wake up today, you tell me you are sick. You are never sick. Look, we will not take it. That's why I say arrest the family members. They are direct. I've sat here to tell you. Arrest them. Why are they issuing letters? They talk to him. He's not sick. They are only covering up for him. Why? Are they Kenoforiata? I'm asking you, are they skin Kenoforiata? Are they the one we want?
Successful surgery now,
successful surgery. Who cares? Who cares? Now the defibrillator see. You saw Salome in someone prison, not down family. In someone prison, Yanko February, not that. In family, Papa Penny Musa Nunyam for his sacrifice his time from 1983 to support this country's economy. What?
TV call in some
TV William.
Yeah, Papa no send or dialysis.
Yes, William TV, NCA.
Try.
Yeah, Charlie Mugabe. So nobody should come and tell anybody that he's sick. Or no one can say I'm telling you, we gave him money through Senate, the Obotai Housing Residence Scheme, to build for Senate people to go and sit inside. He chopped the money, $2.5 million. Obien to me and Fanny Sankano. So he knows, I told you, he knows what he's doing. From day one, he knew, yes, he has set up a scheme. He brought his friends from Data Bank. So yes, he won't come. I've told you, you won't come. There's no way you come to this jurisdiction. Now, Fanny go to prison. What about the deep body say Weber? We're done what you know on your coin, or the work and work. With this system now, we allowed him, and many more people will run. Yes, many more people will run. Look, the national service for Nukawan should be beginning. Mugabe, look at what they did 2022, 2023. Almost scanning your elections. 350 million from the state kitty. Mr. Omodi, your elections. That's what they used to do the elections. They leak out. A bit of no muko yebi wo why ye Zoom lion. Omuka Zoom lion for the say ombetua why for the they're going to put ghost names on the YE.
Enter the contract in the moment extension, no, September,
sir,
because the deal now,
because now
too is smart.
Yeah, they wanted to use ghost names.
The spokesperson said that it expired March 2024.
But Mugabe, you share the aspects of Nejuma Oye. Say you see a G contract, ni free no why be harding. Why be bonnie see fumigation contracts now they went to me execute and a scan Martin semini bebre and you see mon sheni ye pass Ghana for because I sector no yankasa no mine ni empesi e di ehumba jim. Until less, yeah, why be? Until me my kase. Me yes, Obiaye Papa. No, yeah, Bonnie. I like to look at you weigh the options. Because people should not face punishment when they do wrong, or people should not be suspended. So why Bonnie will contract no more, and we are taking it away. Let's be polite with it and take it away from him. My name Daniel Tokwa between you and Zoom Lion. He has been a good me.
How about refunding?
Yeah, those monies. Yeah, that's why I said that.
Because, for instance, disinfectant tax is very, very annoying. That money was taken for fumigation. Ukra Nyama Ukraka the back now share the 22 taxes that people were paying on things that they were imported. Now, disinfectant tax was one of them. Ye call disinfectant. Into those monies, we should retrieve it.
Review everything.
You see, we shouldn't just say YAB and Yenjani say the monies that were collected in the name of. In the name of this fumigation,
I agree.
It should be taken back to the state. It's money that can be used for. So you go ahead, but I just
Mugabe, and America say one city akodi no ho and we assign contract say me ko fumigation one ko ya on fa sika yes fabre na di no kra and America say ye contract no so won ho a me ma yen ko ye say ye ne ko ntokwa say Ghana or Liberia or South Sierra Leone or Rwanda yes other African countries yes in Congo and other places and the sites no and the birding if you take these main ones from him no these sweeping ones what would you dump your
the sweeping one is the only one he has a lot of contracts.
Yeah, but I'm saying yes, that's what I'm saying.
So as a Ghanaian, no, let's protect him. It's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what Mugabe one bank issue no. Yes. One bank issue no buy no. Instead of helping the banks to stand on their feet, no. Yeah, Joe you decided Kendo Fureta. He decided to take more money to spoil it. You know, you handle a fly with a sledgehammer.
I don't support anything I hear wrong.
No, not at all. Said the can say.
Said too wrong don't make
it right. Yes, yeah.
To be a bibini and trying international. Who's a honey hand koye. When we there, maybe you could in here.
Okay, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, so
I mean, let's set the ball rolling. Get to serious business.
I'm ready to fire.
This airwaves near audio. So
thank you. Good evening to everyone watching and listening. Na meno. I don't know mahunti national service adieno. Mahunti. Just a madri husa. I don't even know how anyone can come. I don't know how anyone can come up with such a scheme. I mean, you must be a serious criminal to be able to come up with this scheme. Now, the NT say I know her kakra inti. I'm not mean to mean canopy, but like we're just talking about Zoom Lion and fumigation. Bonnie de Bonnie America. And no dear, this year my hate fit floor. Yeah, can't drink. Yemfa bibia nsie ye kan adwen kanewu na Mugabe mekae say 2020 ye ko election na omuti Facebook omu say the alternative is scary ehu afa na Matthias yo sana e coded no mu kache Ghana for say man to my NDC na to my NDC the alternative afa na they were talking about themselves no mu say alternative ne ba.
The stories are be scary.
It is now alternative is scary against NDC nyina no. They were talking about themselves. Wow. Alternative is scary. Afi na matse sa kasa no ase. It is possible. It is possible to put 9,000 plus ghost names in the national service scheme. Use them as collateral. Go to a state bank, ADB, yes, and collect 30 million. And to say, I'm robber, one room or say, me the bag, but where do a two of or the pen, or the pen and paper, and it is possible. It is possible, say, you bet me a winning a bunny a berry. But Ghana for a make a choice, almost say oral and a resetting. It is our choice no na sisi aye face orally ye juma ye promise Ghana for say we will retrieve all monies for them and bring people to book. We share story no breaking out no Manasseh Azure this story ni breaking out no they went to court and quickly got an injunction against them from publishing the story. Because they knew the extent, and when they are a mamidi your court who yaw, because court no so omudru hono and a yema injunction no, and noting that people began to lose trust in our judicial system. Say bibia edebe bia no, because it's coming on party colors. Montina say na mon say is there any truth to what they are saying? It is our judge now or mass injunction. Say master. How is that judge feeling right now, knowing the extent of thievery and stealing that has gone on, and fraud against the state that has gone on at the National Service Secretariat. I did National Service twice.
After A level.
And then we had there was a strike.
Yeah.
Until we were staying at home. Until after A level, I did my National Service at the High Court Registry.
Wow.
You know, so that's why I got the vim that I wanted to be a lawyer. And then I also did it at CDH Financial. After my no, not Okojani, Apalu. Apalu was our CEO. Fred Apalu was our CEO. So, see, national service, like my brother Alistair is saying, has been there forever. Adia, mo ancestors, ejato ho, emma and chirimba. Say, benefiting ye go and get more work experience. See whether work experience, it will motivate you like it motivated me from the High Court Registrar to become a lawyer, or it would help you to get a job in that institution. People did their national service institutions that they remained in. Now, young people, the more to anua. The more to anua. Look at the extent of TV. Now, the Emeyane said, this is not the only one. Oh. I will come to the details of it. Now, national service there, I just want Ghanaians to understand. Say it is just one of stealing and thievery and causing financial loss to the state that these people, it's just one. Woon to me, Chairman, Woon to me did the same thing. Woo boa. Hey, oko patch 100 times. Yarube shim. Woo boa, Chairman, Woon to me. Opa ako patch JM cho. JM be a good man. Or uye ya JM. Inti woko na woka se. Upa JM choa ya na okọ ya JM no na okọ akopa ho ncho na sika na wedi ne de eno de it doesn't belong to Ghana. Sika na wo want me wedi no, it doesn't belong to JM, it belongs to the people of Ghana. So JM cannot say or this sika na chew ye beji anayenje ubo wa kopa cho me say ubo wa ye beji sika no
they obey to me.
Hey, ye beji sika no who to me 45 $45 million for cocoa roads one year jumano cocoa farmers roads are yedi cocoa ni be faso akona yenya foreign exchange no want to me apart from your gold and no ya osako ye ekoji $45 million. Now what if the $45 million let me ayama cocoa village, do you know what it can do? It can build schools and hospitals for them. One man, party of a chairman of a party, MPP, he went na ya come $45 million. Edemano regional chairman any edemano eno nunku ede isaska no wanye ejuma no it is aska no kopa JM cho ampan cho ye beje Ghana for sika. So far as I'm concerned, no cho na okopa no insults na ode ma onu ne ye ma me professor na wo ye ya no so ye beifo ne ma we kan nyina no na okopa ho cho na sika ne de want to be pa ho cho because Ghana for see ye sika want to me ye sika
71 million no one
me wie na $45 million road contract. Me say you charge 800,000 per kilometer. Eno mu inflate eno mu ye no 1.5 million per kilometer. Into 8 kilometer road. Who to me didn't do one. Apart from that, Okoji Skawo Exim Bank.
Yeah, bro.
Also the kodre e bro. Exim Bank sika your farmers. Yeah. You want genuine farmers, they can't even access Exim Bank. And omudi fake companies. Me say Mugabe me notes me hunya mankofo. Just say na me say Debbie. We have to keep hammering it so that Ghanaians will know the extent of stealing that the MPP has engaged in. Wow, because in their minds, no, Omu Kacha Omu supporters said they are coming in 2028 so that they can come and continue the stealing. So Ghanaians must not forget, because someone can say Ghana for rape. We have to let Ghanaians know, remind them the extent of rape of this nation. that the elephant, the MPP people from head, and I don't blame them. I don't blame people like Gifty Oware, because under Akufo-Addo you could get away with it. I didn't know to Nanado clearing agent. Yeah, to the clearing agent, because Cecilia da party employer chain no. Your chain on what happened. Yeah. Before I do special prosecutor, now I say she will be cleared. And lo and behold, she was cleared.
In Jesus' name.
She was cleared. And Akotamani Crown Minister revoking suspending the license crown whereby Nanado ba say Akotamani nye bonibia. And Nanado, you know, there was impunity of corruption and stealing, because you had the old man and big man himself involved. He was supporting them. He was encouraging them. So that there was that impunity. And that man would go down in history as the most corrupt president who supervised huge amount of stealing in this country. Nanado should bow his head in shame, because whatever. They said the buck stops with him. Yeah, so whatever these young ones did, they were copying from him. They copied from him. They knew they could walk in his footsteps. He's a disgrace to the nation. Nanado.
Yes, indeed. The buck stops with him.
But was one.
Various individuals.
Then there's topic now national service now. Then there's Kwabena Edu-Buahin stealing millions of dollars from where he was posted as chief executive, between him and his wife. Then there's $2.5 million. So almost the basic sky train, and also that money went into someone's pocket. He's now being investigated. Now Mebuka say the Attorney General is being slower. I don't agree. Or the Attorney General should come out, shouldn't be holding press. Bullocks, Omunjai Saka. The Ghanaians, when we campaigned, bullocks. Omunjai Saka. We told Ghanaians that we were going to engage. We would report to them on oral. It's the Attorney General. He needs to report to Ghanaians the extent of the stealing. And if he doesn't come and hold press conferences, how are you going to be angry enough about what the MPP did? You would think that we are witch hunting people. So the Attorney General must come and give reports of his investigations. And yes, these people are going to be prosecuted. But you can't just, knowing the background of our court system and the kind of judges we have currently, you can't go with a half-baked case. Yeah. You have to make sure, say, I say, what grandpa was a man, unamana, what chow pakra, or so one, unam straight cross, what chow. And before the Attorney General gets to our courts, he must make sure, say, he has crossed his T's and dotted his I's. He can't go with half-baked cases and now be begging accused persons and witnesses to come and testify against other people like what's happening under Odami. He can't do that. You have to make sure that you have your case properly before you go to court, so that you will not be caught found wanting where you are begging witnesses to come and lie so that you win cases. No. I know Ayini. I call him my in-law. He is going to make sure that he goes there to win. Yes. He is going to win. It's a more money chance. Once the docket is ready, he has prepared the docket. The people are on bail. They are not working free. And he has also mentioned that, and this is the part I like, that they are going to freeze assets. They are going to freeze accounts. So it's not just about going to pay, prosecute them and let them work free. That's not enough. The monies they stole, they used to buy assets abroad and in Ghana. Munjiji and give it back to say Oma to see houses. Obi to say Dubu Ahindia no oto a whole estate. Into sa estate no yejia.
Vectex estate.
Yejia na yedi ama police for.
Vectex no muntremu.
No muntremu.
immigration for crying here dying.
Yet, yeah, they are mad nurses. No moon's name. Yet, yeah, farmer civil servants. No moon's name. If we continue to do that, public servants like us would not say, who wears a car, you will not be able to enjoy it. Aha.
I'm a thief. No, so I say with hard labor, unless I'm a oh yeah, mortar, you may be a blocks laying, no more swab blocks, no more shatter, you know, I'm a thief. No, we do actually.
And for me, no, this is what I'll tell the Attorney General. I'm happy that he's about to freeze their assets. He has frozen their bank accounts because some of the monies are still in there. We need those monies to develop the nation. Go for all the stolen loot, and then punish them as well. Let them serve jail term. Let them serve jail term so that it will be a deterrent to other people. But Mugabe, I'm coming to the extent of the stealing.
That's it.
Akakakra. Ghost names.
Yes. Carry on.
Ghost names 9,900 and almost 10,000 ghost names. Every month nipa baako edi omusika edigu na account mo. The question I ask myself is, who was the one imputing the ghost names?
Gifty Oware, no one saw a ghost.
It is shocking. Look, it is shocking. Even the devil is shocked.
Oh,
then they used fake IDs to register companies.
Yeah.
So fake ID no blocks of life.
Yeah, so do.
It's blocks of life, no. Ena omudi call say omukoje mu amuni masem no. This is the crux of the matter. And they put in about 10,000 ghost names. Registered a fake company called Blocks of Life. And omudi call ADB. Remember, say ADB, it belongs to the state. Yes. ADB is a state bank. So it means that nipa no what ADB no so also see MPP ni. Yeah. It's a cartel. Yeah. Because I don't know one called Zenith Bank. Yeah. Because Zenith Bank a private bank. Yeah. But omoko ADB no, obviously from the top they have spoken to whoever is in charge. Blocks of Life is coming. When they come, approve the loan.
And look at what they come to do. High purchase.
Me do ho. And see omoko jisika no. Ena omudiko gu omu account mu. They have other companies. Omuchiche sikano egu mu. And this scanner eko bakoko Amiacom. Eje 1 million Ghana dabi Amiacom G22 yes no na Gifty Oware there no. Eje 22 million out of the 30 million no G22 million eko no ni company Amiacom no mu. Scaffold Company Limited, edgy 1 million Ghana cedis. Ena, you're very saying, Arista Logistics, SOG 5.2 million Ghana cedis. Ghana Sika, eno modi National Service for Allowance. Nkwala omu school. Omu nye juma, omu jiji 700, ska omu jikrendu 800 Ghana o. Now more mutiwa you are being paid CEO salary made car more was allowances in kwala ni sika no na muje na mudi.
They ghosted the children.
Yeah. Na Mugabe question na me pese mi bisa National Service selling of fridge and TV also efa ho ben. As a National Service Deputy Director or whoever you are, yours is to provide employment. Meaning say omo ye farms omo de generate aduane ne niama. According to the current CEO no farms no kra no the lands are vacant ya clear so keke omo anya hwe but omo agigi ska say sa ska no omo de ko edikodua cultivate farm no enti wo deputy CEO supply of high purchase of television of fridge wakoji hu 30 million loan
from the bank.
ADB
no, is that their mandate? ADB is that their mandate?
It is not your mandate. It's me no. As the way I see it from a lawyer's point of view, no. Blocks of Life a private company, and the private company pay loan from ADB. How did ADB These are the questions that those who are going to prosecute should ask. How did ADB allow allowances belonging to national service to be used as collateral
for a private company?
It means that there is complicity, connivance over there. It is whoever was in charge at ADB should be added. He shouldn't walk free. Because Blocks of Life, any government agency, does not belong to a national service. Mugabe me kwaji loan banka mimi dan papers na be beye. Inti then na Blocks of Life anfa ni dan papers ana na ejuma papers. Anko enoko you see a national service for allowance as collateral. Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? No. Who were the directors of the company? The directors of the company was Mr. Peter Mensah, Gifty Oware's husband. And how do you ADB, shame on you, those in charge of ADB at the time?
Yes.
Conflict of interest.
No explaining.
Conflict of interest. And ADB had no business using allowances belonging to national service personnel to grant any loan to any private company. They had no business. They should have asked the private company, go and bring your own collateral. Yeah. That is how it's done. Yeah. Now, apart from last one. Sylvia Opare nya 10 million 746,634.
Ghana Sika,
me say amount fire rich
10 million 746
these are some of the people who are also going to be prosecuted.
Jacob Yorson
me bobudin because mudi is kano mudi
19 million.
Jacob Yorson account mu 19 million 199,000 between 2021 and 2024. Philomena Arthur Anna Stephen Kwabena Jemfi 17 million. Mugabe enye 1 million amika o. Ana enye 500,000 amika o. Mika million.
New Ghana city sikamunu ibi.
Sika dada no billions.
Chale, twemi ho adwiri young
Solomon Jamina omo no we dina mi bobo no. Omo ye providers, vendors. No mo provide omo say omo turn ya mama national service for no. And because they wanted to steal from the scheme, they got their friends to come and supply things like fridges, cooker, stove to the personnel on high purchase. Into yetua car 700 na yetua car every month na ye 100 Ghana free allowance mo na yetua ma. But national service for that is not your mandate. That is not your mandate. And it was a way to steal. And what they were doing is that nkofo we mu beka so mass supply nan yetua omuka no nti sika na me bobo no Ghana for mu tie a mu ma mu ye mu nhye mu MPP they should never come to power again. Sika na me bobo no yesika ye de tua sa nkofo no Solomon Dramina enya 8 million. What if ye why eshi why it is possible baby a obedampo kiosk mu na woda enso hwesika nkofo amudi kogu national service ni omo nanfofo hwesika millions efa omo account mu. Charles Ahiming 14 million. Kweku Opari Agofa 9 million. Ena Solomon Dramina ena you say there was one also ebi wahampo Haruna Maulia 21 million. Haruna Maulia no nya 21 million. Rose Hamilton 50 million. Rose Hamilton Ghana for ebebisa wasem Rose Hamilton. Isaac Esumeng 11 million. Ena 167 million. Echo to Obi savings and loan account mu.
July. July Asechibi. This one is disgraceful. This one is the most disgraceful crime scene.
The Attorney General Eka said all these names I've mentioned, they are all going to be prosecuted because audit no. Yeah. There was no evidence of the supply against the amount paid. Because I was what supply fridges need television, sir. Bring us your invoices. Yeah. Let us see, say in the year 2021, this is how much you things you supplied. Who were the beneficiaries of the TVs you supplied? Where are their signatures? Say, Omubaji TV no on high purchase. Omwa signing they were paying. There's no evidence. So the directors at National Service paid these huge sums of money into their friends' accounts in the name of them being vendors and suppliers. Now, Mr. Bakuni anything. Osayasibe account no, they found 8.2 million Ghana cedis. And omuko ni fi omuko search e no omuko hu e-switch card who say Ghana National Service for yedi e-switch na tu omuka. E-switch card na yedi tiasa 8.2 million no neda Osayasibe fie is registered in his name. Nti onu kwa eji 8.2 million.
Mustafa Yusuf.
Onu kwa eji 8.2 million Ghana cedis in 2023. And Mugabe, the thievery that has gone on, where I can cry ya uncover. Now the ebebano
Napo Marset.
Napo the eba you investigating Napo so Marset or mukoto ye. I no see you investigating. It's Ghana for munji akonya na montinasi.
Thank you.
Cathedral there no 58 million may train Attorney General, my in-law, Honorable Dominic, please bring everybody who was involved in the cathedral to book, because Omokano, sa me papa no Pentecostal papa no kasa. No, some explanation. Obi Kochiro also said the explanation is not explaining. Oh my, you go explain. Daddy Pentecostal church leader, you go explain tire. You go explain tire because tamane kanu na wo ye yaye. Tamane catcher or say munjai na yeba investigating na wo ye yaye.
We brought about the change. As we sit here, we all fought to bring about the change. So we'll protect it at the peril of our lives, and we know JM will deliver. Make sure I dream pa eta ejumano or ye nechia. Share close to radio stations now. Just within 24 hours.
No, 3 minutes.
I mean, just within
3 minutes.
May I make us say just within 24 hours? You let me give him time. Abadaye has been in the media and knows that it's a democratic environment.
John is not like a Kufuadu.
What is different? Yes,
the man is not vindictive.
Some judge worked with the law. It's good.
Fantastic,
excellent.
And he did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong.
Fantastic.
But the president Abadaye or mining in action is also yes. Yes.
What's it there be?
Let's follow due process.
Due process,
sir. Memo pardon cry must follow due process.
One Tonybo. What would you giddy?
There be
anti your mama onimra.
Onimra papa.
Very well, let's move on. Alastair I'll be Biafra National Service.
Oh, National Service no me I do a third blocks of life. Nature say you build blocks in your life. Now you a private entity. You to me are buying public service collateral. Payroll akoye collateral. Meanwhile those payroll workers crying they were ghosts in the end. Omuni awudome omuso omuni osu cemetery chi say Gifty Oware chere baby amuni tafu cemetery Gifty Oware me di na chipe chi so chere baby asama phone she should show me where the ghost are. Hey, this one we don't yame and yeah they have to show we have to follow her to where the ghost are. Yes, but Mugabe what to do that? See the ghost. Oh anyadi affirmative action here do Gifty Oware chi embeka say ma occupy position. This is one of a kind. It means it does not mean all women are like that. Women are hardworking. Women only obaye juma. Dream papa. Because that's why I said that 9,000. You give the job to 6,000 people and still the 3,000. Or you don't understand me? Say what may be a juma.
But what is the point of? I mean,
you are dealing with ghosts all over. You mean why you're a human being? So nipa neja is samai. Yankani kwa.
And na samai no na
Ijojame yesuche samai no. Na nipa tiwo. Disikalo nini kumbugabi. We di ye nyamu. Memo mu nka se mati se ibuachi mattress ba no ni na mo e ka se ade na. On to me ya Attorney General ni hwe. Buachi mattress ba wu na na bi wo ye kete atampo na ebo papa no nya eska ye nimu ase. Wo papa oto fie o je kufu abreso oto Ghana fie 5,000 Ghana cedis. Uko Bank of Ghana lanes no so Bank of Ghana Mission Hospital no or institutional hospital if you go sa lanes ni nyina sa tons assassinating so they bought some at 5,000 cedis. 50 million.
After we they should go after Matoton.
And American, how do you buy
DVL and
yes,
that place, a security zone.
Yes, you don't even have to let them develop.
Your airport, you need. I told them when
I was asking questions, say where are these young people getting money from? Yet you see people splashing big parties, riding big cars. Hey, watch a channel, issue a channel, no Charlie.
Dubai, not Emirates, Airport, JF Kennedy in the United States, Heathrow Airport in London, Gatwick Airport in London. Now we do Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Now, baby airport war. Ye Ministry of Defense in ye. Na sa say da wo kakaka nyina say atam dia koma
private individual. Obesi da no man crying to me sit down on me dem ya chi omo nti yenko energy levy say you know so say aban atie so or withdraw say omo postpone but the tax but en America omo nim da ba Mugabe tax no
ba jomama wo tie Ghana for
en America no adwumpa tax na chi no. Let's go out and educate the public about it because it is good.
Because in here education.
Yes, yes, and we must, Mugabe, you must use your show.
I'm ready to.
Yes, to use your show to let everybody understand. I understand part of what is going on, especially in the pricing of the export price. You use the dollar. So once the CD is appreciating against the dollar, you make gains on the forex side. And also OEB. What you say? No, they could try your car. We more about $3.7 billion. So my boy to her. What you say? Sir, the pricing also they don't add the light crude to it. So it's the light crude is not part of the pricing. You understand? So government has to raise money, additional money, and only 1.2 billion. Into this tax was going to give us 5.7 billion cedis. Yes, they're thinking outside the box, and these are genuine young people who want to solve the problem. Besides, one energy tax, you know. Because Esla, we saw what they did with Esla. What I said, they collateralized and chopped the money. Yes. So now you ask, levy, who collected the money? Did they use the money to do what they told us they were going to do?
Betting tax.
They didn't do it. Betting tax and all that. But this tax, look at the men who are proposing it. Look at Atu Forcing. Look at John Jinapo. Look at John Dramani Mahama. All those people, they are calm persons. They are sincere persons. They will not come and take our tax and fly first class and go and chill it and do ghost names with it. They are real. They want to solve a problem at the energy sector. It's Mugabe. Abba, we do have to go back. Let's find a way. Like I said, we're going to take from the fuel sector to come and pay for the power sector, and it was innovative. Sesiansu ECG, and good leader. Michael Pekpena has come as a ECG board managing director. I'm happy. I'm saying you will see the change. No, Michael Pekpena come to me handle. Everything will go to public tender. Decent man. They catch now. Yes, very decent guy. Yeah, cool guy. I know the wife. So calm wife, calm person. That it borrows, it comes the same demeanor. Yes, the wife was my mate. You understand? Yes, and unique and compact energy. No more time. And when he went there, he went to excel under the Millennium Challenge account. The Americans have his name all over. So it is good that he has come to ECG. No, he will bring change. This is why he will not come in. And like I said, we have financial losses that we are making. There are commercial and technical losses too. So he must look at that one and solve this one. Kwesi use the word pari passu. Don't leave one behind. As you are solving the financial problems, solve the commercial and technical problems. Let it come along with you. And Mugabe, look, there's something we have to do quickly because Mugabe, we are getting there. Green transition. My friend John Jinapo is listening by this time. When I say green transition, I think that we have to create a renewable energy authority or a green transition authority so that we will have effective public education with the green transitioning that we are going to go to. And then when we do that, all the efforts that have gone on in the past, in the present and in the future, and what we want to do with green transition, we must have a plan for it. And that authority must take care. Then we must move to also set up a fund that will invest in infrastructure in the green transition to make it a reality. And here we have comparative advantage when it comes to solar, when it comes to wind, and then when it comes to nuclear. So here we are, Mugabe. I said we are almost getting there soon. These electric cars we are talking about, these electric motors we are talking about, We'll soon get there with our green transition, and this electricity cost that every time fuel is so expensive. We'll be beginning to use the solar, and we'll be there. I wish my brother John Sinapo well. I wish Atufosin well, and the wisdom to withdraw the tax and then come back and then do effective public education. Mugabe remember mu renfi o ye betumi agya lorry station ni ade ni akyerɛkyerɛ mu enti omo fa nipa na akɔ abon kae why Mugabe next is almost ajuma o unim correction unim nyoma mete sa lotejo ko wife kura ka amu they intentionally declared the strike and ran away. I'm telling you, my home say my friend me say TUC ni bia friend me all threatening me say me I will hear from them because me better abomudin say they went to sit somewhere to plan the strike. The evidence I will show to him any day anywhere he wants to meet me, he'll be surprised. I'm telling him. I want to use this opportunity to advise the NDC. We must interfere with the unions. We must interfere with who becomes the union leaders. Because yes, we must do it. If we don't do, we must infiltrate in their elections. At first, Kojo Tikata, may so rest in peace. Catherine Kojo Tikata. Ubenwana do I see you? Not Napoleon, no officer na swanty. Ubenwana Captain Kojo Tikata, not in conference. I say, can you sack him? The Obabe Bia, his government, he's come to listen. We must infiltrate. Other than that, they have used partisan politics to enter our unions, and they want to make us unpopular. They were there 8 years. They didn't say anything. You have people who have studied economics come and tell us that government can spend 89% of GDP, nothing will happen. These people, can they help TUC? Please take your nonsense away. Look, Mugabe, I'm serious about it. Let them try anything funny. Let them try. We will infiltrate the unions. I'm telling you, I will spend my time to infiltrate the unions. Because we have videos. He's pushing you to come on the street to come and disturb that.
Evidence.
Yes, because you can't do collective bargaining.
I don't have any.
Yes, Mugabe, they should take. I'll go to court and go and defend myself.
But I don't have any evidence.
That's why I'm saying that I am saying it. So I'm taking full responsibility, and I'm saying that Mugabe, they cannot go and hijack, sit somewhere and plant evil against
allegedly or.
I have the videos are there. Who are they? Small boys are moving opportunity moving grassy and my backroom instead of working hard for this country to go on who do you think you want to leave this state in this state for? At first you people were talking about Baumia as an economist. We're failing and talk about it. You are union leaders. You failed us as union leaders. Where do your nurses sleep? I'm asking you, when nurses go on transfer, and you sit here, you solve their problems. And there are other nursing unions, not only GRNMA, not only you. Psychiatric for problems. I'm asking you, do you know the health problems in the health sector? Instead of sitting down with government and deliberating on issues, you declare a strike, then you run away and then you go and sit in Helsinki and go and take more responsibility. It's good you have withdrawn the strike.
Very well. You better ye nuama ne ye nuama nurses ni midwives no. You better mo nyina ase. Nyame nkoso onhia mo se mo nya akoma pa mo aje pini se mo be kwa yare sa wodo no na makoye adwuma save lives. Me de on Alisa se nipa ba akokwa ehwe ne nkwa. Eya na eyemia. Look at a year plane crash. Yes. 240 something. Nipa ba akope. And also, we can bring the economy back to life. We can't bring the life back to life.
And see, nurses, we can solve your problem, but we can't bring back lives that are lost.
Age-old problems.
Yes. Anyway, Obia sending me messages here concerning the ghost names.
Okay.
I'll say, so this is how they really did it. They actually recruit people who are willing to take half of the national service allowance for no work done. If you are willing, because I remember say Obi ba TikTok because say somebody reached out to him say Ibeman is car for free, but on funny I didn't run registered under national service. So they actually recruit people who are willing to take half of the national service allowance for no work done, and use of half to pay for high purchase from the company set up by the directors. Companies na ya tio muskapi 10 million 50 million no yeah they have bet you as nipa ni ejuma but every month no be receiving half of the service allowance. Okay. Now the other half no ya cho ni din say or the car but the person is not a national service because he's not
he has not bought any item too just for criminal.
So in the system the personnel has bought an item in the system that he will be using half of his monthly allowance to pay for it. So national service would direct half of the monthly allowance to the account of the company the director will use. This means that if she's having about 9,000 coast personnel who the system will be deducting half of their allowances to her company account every month. She'll be getting 9,000 times the half of the total national service allowance. It is 800 so 400 times 9,000 every month.
Yeah, that's 36 million.
So she used that as collateral to get that loan. She proved to the bank that national service is owing a certain amount and that if they pay her, the bank should deduct. It's like taking the total sum of her project from the bank while the bank waits for national service to pay her for them to take it back. It's been something that has gone on in a very long time. Okay.
Very well. Excellency.
Me, with regards to the energy levy, I have one question for Bawumia. What were you doing in government? What were you doing, Bawumia? What were you doing when the dollar was rising and rising and rising to the extent that it got to 17 cedis? And all we had was digitalization. You were running away from it. Oh, see, I bet you how to handle the dollar. Bawumia? Oh, no, didn't care. Bawumia? Okay, okay.
Yeah, teaching him practical.
Yes. Bawumia, you were talking too much. So, it was possible. Bawumia, it was possible for the dollar to come down. And you sat there and you were talking about IT. And the dollar was whipping you. Have you seen that Atu forcing is forcing? Yeah. Bawumia, have you seen that Atu forcing is forcing? I'm putting them. Bawumia, so the question I have for you, Samira say we economic whiskey. Economic whiskey that on to minchi dollar. Or the dollar or the comma IGP. Dollar boo. Once you buy a true. Say even to me spelling a mentro. Yeah, to me spelling a to me true. And we are competent. And see the ripple effect of the dollar, the foreign exchange stabilizing, is I can feel it. I can feel it in my pocket, and I'll tell you why I can feel it in my pocket. Yesterday I filled my tank. My vehicle is 100 liters. It means that if the petrol is 17 cedis, I'm paying 1,700, and that is what I used to pay under Nanado. I used to pay 1,700 every 3 days to fill my tank. Wow. I used to pay 1,700 to fill my tank every 3 days. Yesterday I went to fill my tank. It was 11 cedis. I paid 1,100. Wow, I got 600.
What's even?
My saving.
So you can even give 100 cedis to government.
I'm telling you, I can pay.
Yeah, you can pay the tax.
I
can pay.
Yeah. Also night market.
And nothing America say Ghana for. You were paying more. For instance, I'm using myself as an example. I was paying 1,700. And where I buy petrol, they will tell you, they know me there. Because 17 cedis, 100 liter, Mercedes Benz, 1,700, you pay. You pay. And so 600 cedis, and I've saved it. It means that you are also saving, depending on the car you use, you are also saving some amount of money.
Well.
If they say pay 1 CD on it now, it's better than it getting to 17 cedis and then paying so much. And apart from that, Mugabe, you know that petrol controls a lot of stuff. It is a cost of petrol above former. It means that if anything, gas, very well. And the people are happy. We are feeling it in our pockets. We are feeling it in our pocket nicely. And the cost of rice has come down. Oil has come down. People are bearing witness.
Very well.
Demonstration.
Okay.
Demonstration against one city levy. No, the petrol price now called old price.
No.